Hello, and welcome back to the Playfriends. I am Unholy, and today we are hopefully going to be getting these assassin weapons and trying those out. That would be absolutely grand, and potentially making a new Reaper friend. We also have the workshop in the works. And after that, we've got a load of supplies right now. After that, I would really like to build this Scilab. Well, that happens. I am going to... Oh, yes. Yeah, I'm going to upgrade the resistance ring. Do that. And have we upgraded our... Oh, we don't have a... resistance comms. We probably want to build one of those afterwards. So once we got the workshop done and freed up some people and got some more power, we will probably build a resistance ring. Not resistance ring. Resistance communications site thing. I know words. Alright then, I think we're building a radio relay. That's what we're going to go back to before we got so rudely interrupted by a gorilla.
Working with those Advent goons that broke free somehow.
We completed our research in remarkable time, Commander.
Yeah, assassin weapons! Having recovered both of the chosen assassin's weapons from the field, a shotgun and a modular sword, I must admit I'm intrigued by the advances the aliens have managed to craft into these otherwise conventional weapons. The shotgun, used primarily as a secondary weapon by the Elder's assassin, I don't think we ever saw her use it, is elegant in its simplicity and adherence to a singular purpose. Built upon an advanced composite frame, in close quarters the unique design is nearly unmatched by any other projectile weapon. During repeated field trials, the fully enclosed magnetic ordnance reduction system consistently delivered a tightly patterned array of alloy fragments capable of penetrating all but the most unyielding of targets. The assassin's prized sword is something else entirely and may be among the more unique and perhaps important weapons that we have ever recovered. Despite attempts at non-destructive analysis of the sword's composition, including variations on X-ray fluorescence, I have yet to make any significant progress towards identifying the material in question. As it stands, we know only that the sword is forged of a non-terrestrial metallic element, held in tight suspension by psionic energy that is itself contained by forces unknown. By all accounts, this weapon is a prize for both the warrior and the scholar alike. The katana here, it never misses its target, so it's got a 100% chance to hit, I'm fairly sure. And the Arashi is incredibly good as well. Ooh, Viper Autopsy is instant. Yes, please.
Although I would expect to be growing more accustomed to seeing the clear intermingling of both human and alien genetic material, I must admit, this reptilian creature with such distinctive human features is surprisingly unsettling. Invasion-era reports include references to a species with some reptilian qualities, but nothing as readily apparent as this. I find it unusual, to say the least, that the subject so often referred to in the past as the Thin Man has now been revealed to actually be a genetic derivative of this wholly reptilian creature.
I find it truly remarkable how adaptable some of the alien species' genetics are to the constant tweaks they're often subjected to. In the case of the Viper, a species once identified as the infiltration unit known as a Thin Man. Where's the comma before that end quotation mark? The aliens have made a conscious reduction in their efforts to disguise its true form. Without the introduction of extensive human genetic material, the Viper reverts to a purely reptilian form, while apparently retaining the same intellect and combat aptitude. The Viper's snake-like form is in many ways similar to the legless reptiles we commonly encounter on Earth. The enhanced torso musculature allows for upright mobility, and the addition of two physically weak but capable arms allows for the handling of traditional weaponry. The enhanced torso musculature. Nobody needs a ripped ab snake. Of the many alien species our troops encounter in the field, I find the prospect of encountering an intelligent snake standing over 2 meters tall to be among the most disturbing. Clearly you haven't played Sekiro. Battlefield medicine. This is something we can do in the proving ground in order to increase our medkits, which we so far haven't used. New research. I would like to do the muton autopsy at some point, but I'm not going to do that immediately. I'm going to do the Advent officer
autopsy. The
autopsy.
Advent officers appear to be similar, if not physically the same as the common Advent trooper in terms of power and agility. However, field reports indicate a more developed mental acuity, as the officers do provide tactical directives to the subordinate Advent forces.
I find it weird the camera angles in those shots, because presumably they're filming them because, you know, to keep records of the autopsy and to see what's going on. But because the game doesn't want to be too gross, it means that those cameras are situated at an angle where they can never actually see anything remotely useful, and they simply end up functioning as a receptacle for, or as a recorder for, yep, this alien had goo inside. Goo? That was in this alien.
Working at the Advent clinics, I saw medical breakthroughs
Do we need
that
to
would have
build...
been considered nothing short
Don't
of
think we need to build the
miraculous
assassin's
at
weapons.
any
I
time
think we
before the
just
aliens
have
arrived.
them.
The elderly and infirm so revitalized with a single treatment that they were often brought to tears. It's a powerful, powerful thing the aliens have developed. Perhaps their most insidious creation of all.
Currently, we're at 6 to 8 damage plus 1,
Commander?
clip size 4, crit chance 10, free reloads 1. Here, 8 to 10, so that's plus 2 damage. Clip size is 7. Critical chance is 25, so that's 15 more. And miss shot damage plus 3. This essentially has, well, as you can see here, the superior laser sight, expanded mag, hair trigger, and stock attached to it. This is great. And in terms of sword, that's 3 to 5, 8 to 9. Armor will not save enemies from counter attack. Oh, it pierces armor. Yeah, there it says 5. This is going on Vard for now. We'll take the weapons off Vard and switch them around to the rangers who need them at any given time. But seeing as Vard is ready and I want to try out this new weapon combination, we're sending Vard on the next mission.
Welcome to the fight.
We're reading you.
Yeah. This has increased the income of the region and also will make it cheaper for us to contact neighboring regions.
Their purpose, for they are easily swayed by their own ambitions, their own misguided judgments. Through their faults, I will shine as the Elder's true chosen, the rightful heir to their throne, an uncontested ruler of the new world that awaits.
Alright. Okay, so we need to get one more radio relay. That's what these dots... So the green bars are the territories we make contact with. The dots represent the radio relays. Here we've got one of each. Over here we've got none of either. And we need one more radio relay to get this bomb squad continent bonus, which would be good, and it would make contact with Western Europe cheaper, so I'm going to continue building radio relays as we're fine on alloys, we're fine on supplies, fine on Illyrium.
Setting course for Sector 10, Eastern United States.
I'm glad to see our joint effort paid off like we hoped.
Yeah! A hero's welcome. We have received Lady Jingle. Your envoy made a compelling argument, and now you've got another Reaper at your service. Yes, we bloomin' well do.
We've got room for one more. You made him impression on one of my vets. And they've decided to come serve on that ship of yours.
Commander, we should make use of the ring facility and deploy our idle soldiers on a covert action with the Resistance.
Of course it bloomin' changed her outfit. Let me fix it. Also, what's it with it changing outfits specifically to this, like, little cross top, which seems deeply impractical for anyone who might be moving faster than, you know, maybe a mild saunter.
What these recruits lack in experience, they make up.
Yes, here we are. This is Lady Jingle. Ready for action. And already a lieutenant, which is good. Gonna have remote start. Let's hold off on Blood Trail for now. Ooh, tactical rigging. Yep. Maybe target definition. Silent killer. Needle would also be good. You know what, I'm going to grab target definition. Which means... Ah, Lady Jingle's only one rank below Elena. That's good, but we can also start alternating them. Which means we can be more guaranteed of having at least one Reaper on a mission, because their scouting capabilities are just the best. Okay, we now need to figure out what our next covert action is, which I think was going to be to hunt the hunter. Let's send Joachim to negate the ambush. Who do we want to get more health? I guess a ranger would be good. I think Keegan. We're going to have Vard on the next mission. We don't need Keegan. And the extra soldier... Dracanth. Start hunting the hunter. Soldiers.
My kind will do whatever is needed.
Whatever is needed.
I take it this was easier than your last procedure, Doctor.
Central, Commander. Yes, I find the process to be far less disconcerting when the subject has already expired. The results, however, it's best you see for yourself. My autopsy of the Advent captain has confirmed the existence of an implant, similar in design to the unit I extracted from the commander. But there are differences.
What kind of differences?
The data you see is being pulled directly from this Advent captain's implant. The sequence here is essentially you, Commander. Or at least the tactical information they were processing through your mind. As you can see, the data is nearly identical.
They were using you against us.
Yes, however, the Advent data shows signs of decay. Removing the commander from their network has likely caused significant damage.
Network?
Yes, what we're seeing here is a psionic network. These implants are capable of receiving and transmitting information, a great deal of information, somehow encoded in a stream of psionic energy. My working theory? Advent uses this network to augment the tactical readiness of its troops, as well as disseminate orders from its central command. Observe. Even in the subject's diminished condition, the implant continues to have an effect. A truly astonishing achievement.
Or a weakness?
Potentially. But I need direct access to their network to know for sure.
I'm guessing that won't be easy.
We'd need an active link. And that would mean hacking a live Advent officer.
Like I said, not easy. Still, it's the best lead we've got. Your call, Commander.
New objective added.
Okay. Is this also potentially their way to explain in lore why once your concealment is broken on a mission, it's permanently down? Because once some units in the area have seen you, every unit in the area knows that you exist, essentially. Our new objective is to construct the Proving Ground, which we want to do anyway, to complete the Skulljack project in there, and then use the Skulljack on an Advent officer.
It looks like we've got our work cut out for us, Commander.
The Advent captain seems to provide a means of stabilizing the link between the local subordinates and the Advent network tower itself.
Physically larger and more tactically capable than the subordinate troopers, the Advent officers administer a system of control over the troopers through a carefully engineered psionic link augmented with a mechanical implant. From my initial examination of the commander and a careful review of the information gathered in the alien containment area, I now have a theory as to how this system was established. It is my firm belief that this process of psionic control was specifically engineered to allow rapid deployment of tactical information drawn directly from the subconscious mind. In this case, the mind of our very own commander. With this hierarchy in place, tactical knowledge stored in the depths of the commander's mind was processed and transmitted to the Advent officers, who in turn directed the troopers and other subordinates. With the commander no longer attached to their psionic network, it's difficult to say how the orders are being dispersed at this point, although I'm sure the aliens have planned for this potential contingency. I believe it may be possible to tap into this network, but it would require the use of a living Advent officer to function as our conduit. To facilitate this difficult task, we've worked to develop a new device, the Skulljack, which should be capable of disabling an officer. From there, it's simply a matter of hacking the officer in the field, although I won't speculate as to the outcome. I feel like the word simply there is doing a certain amount of heavy lifting. But yeah, I feel this somewhat confirms to me that maybe the first game was combat simulations being run by Advent through us, and we were kidnapped at some point during the first invasion.
Commander, if we're going to try to build this Skulljack that Tygan came up with, we're going to need a specialized facility to test it out.
And that's the Proving Ground. That will be exciting. Oh, we've unlocked a whole load of autopsies, which are already instant. We should have done that way earlier. Today is the autopsy day.
The was apparently outfitted with the intention of serving as a civilian peacekeeping unit within the city centers. Although they are equipped with weapons capable of administering non-lethal blows, recent reports indicate an increasingly aggressive stance taken by these units. Although Advent clearly intended for these units to be their means of dealing with any unruly civilians within the city centers, it seems they have come to rely on more brutal means of pacification in the time since.
On both the physical and genetic level, the Advent stun lancers are nearly identical to the troopers our forces regularly see in combat. However, a minor yet crucial adjustment to the muscle fiber density of the lancer improves both agility and overall survivability. Equipped with non-lethal weapons capable of easily disabling human targets, these lancers were first deployed during the earliest days following Advent's establishment of the city centers, when civil unrest was a more common problem than outright resistance. In studying their usage and deployment, this raised an interesting question. If the Lancers were among the first Advent forces deployed, and their survivability is somewhat higher than that of the standard trooper, did the aliens consciously reduce the trooper's strength based on their assessment of human combat readiness? That would imply a system of rapid genetic modification beyond which I had previously imagined the aliens were capable of. It would also demonstrate a degree of genetic frugality that I would have previously assumed was irrelevant to the aliens based on the variety of unusual experiments they've conducted. Oh, and is this also talking about essentially why the alien power is ramping up, because they're trying not to waste genetic material? And from that we've unlocked an upgrade to the skirmisher weapon and to the regular sword, which is not going to be nearly as useful now that we've got the assassin's katana, which is just better than it.
These robotic units developed by Advent seem to be wholly autonomous, capable of targeting and engaging selected units without reliance on external verification. Although it falls on me to work through the initial disassembly, I fully intend on involving Shen in this process, as her knowledge of robotics far outweighs my own.
Advent has legions of these mechanized units out there helping to keep the peace. As far as I can tell, they're fully automated and armed to the teeth.
From our initial breakdown, I have to assume the Advent mech design was at least in part based on the alien Sectopod, a similar autonomous war machine lacking in biological components. As far as I can tell, the Advent variant was supposed to be less intimidating, more suited for urban pacification or peacekeeping operations conducted in proximity to the civilian crowds. That facade only works because of the carefully disguised weapon systems integrated throughout the machine. I don't think people would react so calmly if they knew about the micro-missile launching system linked to Advent's network running facial recognitions on the crowd at microsecond intervals. Well, quite. We can upgrade our gremlin now. That's grand. We can build the blue screen protocol at the proving ground. That's great. That will allow us to regularly do more damage to mechanical troops. And we've now unlocked Illyrium as well. I can't remember. Maybe this is how we get to plasma weapons Illyrium. Let's finish off the Advent Purifier.
After a careful examination of the specialized Advent unit identified as the Purifier, I have found clear evidence of genetic modification to the subject's thermoregulatory glands. These changes, in conjunction with their specialized armor, give the Purifiers an impressive heat tolerance, bordering on total immunity.
Officially designated as a Purifier unit among Advent's various field-deployed personnel, these hybrid soldiers appear to have been specifically designed and equipped for high-temperature exposure. In the field, the Purifier is unique in its exclusive wielding of a portable flamethrower, no doubt Advent's direct response to the increasing number of Lost that seem to be overtaking the outlying territories. However, despite their oftentimes reckless use of these flammable materials, the Purifier is seemingly immune to the intense heat and even direct exposure to the flames that accompany their gruesome work. Although I would have initially hypothesized that much of this tolerance comes from the design of their armor, my autopsy has revealed something else entirely. While a cursory examination would have us believe that the Purifiers are no different from the other humanoid Advent forces, this is not the case. The skin of the Purifier is wholly unique. Whereas we might find 10 to 20 layers of interwoven cells in a typical human, the outmost epidermal layer of the Purifier is nearly 3 times that thickness in any given area of their body, with an unusual capacity for both absorption and retention of moisture. Working in conjunction with armor specifically designed to support this function by pulling moisture from the surrounding atmosphere, the Purifier is essentially immune to the oppressive heat generated by their own weaponry. While I would be remiss to praise the aliens for their questionable practices, I must admit their ingenuity in approaching these targeted genetic manipulations is nothing short of exceptional. Tigan. And that lets us boost our nanoscale vest. Alright then, I think what we're going to do then is... How are we doing for intel? 32? Let's do one of these decryptions, then we're doing the muton.
I will begin our research immediately.
Yeah, good old Jack Black. We don't have anyone left to train. I think let's just check our armory. Oh, right, that was the one we literally just trained up. Nope, not that. Promote soldier. You get medical, you get revival. Recruit. We have nerdy wizard. And Ahmed Yassin and Car Pendance and Ferenta and Liang Nui. I think that's everyone.
Have never worked in close quarters like the Avenger. Before the war, we might have had time for training, but now they're gonna have to pick things up on the fly.
So this is Nerdy Wizard here. And next to them, we've got Ahmed Halwasa Yassin. I'm fairly sure this changed the look as well, so I'm going to fix that at a later point. In fact, I'll give you a proper introduction to all of these next time, because we've done a lot of reading previously. I'll just show you that they exist and, you know, a basic thing about them, although armor is going to change. Parenta, that armor's probably fine. And yeah, that needs to change. We've got a whole host of new Playfriends, which means we can start putting them in the Guerrilla Tactics School. I think Nerdy Wizard can also be psionics. That seems fun. let's start training Ahmed as... I think we're pretty fine on everyone, so I'm just going to start doing it almost at random. I think Sharpshooter might have been more sensible, but stuff it.
There will be no sanctuary for those who would stand in open defiance of the Elders. They will suffer in the endless fields of the void.
You know we're not in New Indonesia, right,
Our
Warlock?
friends in the Resistance are paying a heavy price with the Chosen running loose. We should do what we can to take them down before they hit again.
We'll start doing
The aliens
actual
continue
alien
to make
bases at
progress on
some
the Avatar
point soon, I
project.
reckon.
If we're going to slow them down, we'll need to move fast.
Because we're in a pretty good spot.
Thanks, Commander. The
Yeah!
workshop will do just... I know space is limited, Commander. I appreciate the additional workshop facilities. We'll make good use of them.
What this building does is it essentially lets us double the engineers we put in there. So we can take Ben Hunter out of here now and put a gremlin in. And we can take Sylvia out here and put a gremlin in. Can we upgrade this workshop yet? We can!
Commander, we've pushed our current power systems to the limit. We don't have any capacity to spare, which means we can't expand our facilities further.
Ben Hunter's here, which means that when we start building,
Maximum power
we don't have the money
consumption
for the
reached.
proving grounds yet. But when we do, we'll get some big bonuses there. And in the meanwhile, let's just start clearing this machinery. I'd quite like a new engineer at some point as well. That would be good right now. Also fairly low on
Hey, Commander.
supplies. Which, given that we've got a whole host of things that we want to build, is not great.
Tell me something, Doctor. Must have been pretty cushy working with...
Like most people, I wanted to believe that the aliens were legitimately interested in peace. Although they left me little choice when it came to working with them, I admit
That's in South
I was
Africa.
drawn to the sense of normalcy they offered. It was a mistake.
You should have known better. The aliens would never have come here if they wanted peace.
As I said, it was a mistake. One I hope to atone for through my efforts with XCOM.
Then I'd say you've got your work cut out for you.
Done with your
Commander,
dialogue yet?
The aliens have made significant progress toward
There's a
their
whole load of
goals.
dialogue queued up.
New advent facilities are cropping up around the world.
Against the Elders, we find nothing but success.
Our shared pursuit of Falhur Shumain has revealed information about a hidden stronghold inside the area known as Europe. We are honored to have worked alongside your forces and hope that you will continue in our hunt of the hunter. But we must tread carefully. It will only fight harder knowing we draw near.
We just received some new intel on the Chosen,
Yeah.
Commander.
We are bound by a common enemy, and together we grow strong. We are ready for more orders,
We can increase our
Commander.
intel
We only await
rewards.
your choice.
That's pretty good.
Our influence with the Resistance factions has motivated them to share some new information on the Chosen.
Okay. We can negate the capture risk, but not the ambush risk. I think that might be worthwhile. I think maybe we send Keegan and Robin out on this. Oh, we can send 3 soldiers out. Yeah, let's send Keegan. Let's send Robin, and let's send Mox. Because also if the hunter shows up, then they will be weak to the skirmisher, so that in the ambush, so that would be good. Let's do that.
We will work hand in hand with our new allies.
Fine.
I do not think I could have predicted this outcome, though it is intriguing. I await your orders, Commander.
Okay, let's do that muton
Central
autopsy.
Officer Bradford has personally substantiated claims that the massive frontline unit they call the Muton was actually at one time even larger than the specimen I have before me today. As it is, the creature is abnormally warm to the touch for a corpse. and I must say, it is quite disconcerting.
I'm sorry that your corpse touching is so disconcerting, Tygan. But that should give us some improved grenades once we finish that. Well, it should give us, I think, a proving ground project to improve our grenades, maybe. Right, we got the continent bonus. Bomb squad, experimental grenade, and heavy weapon projects are completed instantly at the proving grounds. That is excellent. Means that the next thing we want to do. Probably grab these supplies, actually.
Avenger plotting new course.
We've eaten through those supplies that we picked up at the start of last month. We're getting 6 days until we get new supplies anyway. Alright. Halassa has trained up. Apologies if I'm mispronouncing that. Oh, no, it's Guerrilla Tactics School. Whoops. Oh, and we should have looked at these, as we should have been able to build a whole load of them. Too late. Let's make, I don't know, first one car. You can be a sharpshooter. And now we continue.
They knew what they were getting themselves into when they joined up with your resistance. The Elders don't have mercy to spare for anyone.
Again, you know that I'm not in West Asia.
The Elders never had any issues targeting civilians, and their Chosen are no different. The Resistance is counting on us to protect their people. We can't let them down.
That is grand. I think instead of building the proving ground immediately, I'm going to build resistance comms here.
Resistance communications facility construction initiated.
Yep, the Gremlin's helping build that, which means we have a leftover engineer and can start... Unless we've got enough to do... Yeah, didn't think we had enough to do both. Let's start excavating here.
Another important step forward in our research. The aliens
that was
make
that one mission a couple of times ago where we had almost no time in the Avenger, and now it's all the time.
I doubt they thought anyone would resist when faced with the alternative of staring down a muton.
Having never seen any of the previous muton variants personally, I can only go by the stories I've heard from Central Officer Bradford and others. As they say, the current breed is apparently on the smaller side, although considerably more agile than the originals. Internally, the subject maintains all the hallmarks of extensive genetic modification, with additional musculature and bone protecting the internal organs from any risk of direct contact. The aliens clearly spent a great deal of time and effort honing the abilities of the muton as a frontline combat soldier. I'd heard that our soldiers believed the muton to be part of a tribal society, at least originally, based on their unusual battle cries and markings seen in the field. Having finally gotten a closer look, I can confirm the presence of unusual scarification that could certainly be attributed to ritualistic behavior of some kind. We can build the advanced grenade launcher. Is pretty good. And once we get the proving ground, we can build the plasma grenade, which is just a direct upgrade to the regular frag grenade. Reinforced heavy armor? Sure.
I will send word as soon as we have something of note.
I've got nothing better to do.
Our actions have succeeded, and the Elders grow fearful.
Oh, and Keegan's a major now as well. Together we have found the true sanctuary of Falhur Shomain hidden in Europe. Now we must only find a means of entry, and we will be that much closer to slaying the Elder's prized servant.
Together we have learned even more about the Chosen that pursue you, Commander. The Skirmishers respect your ways, Commander. Your people fight with honor. All Skirmishers, all those freed from the Elders'
That's
bonds,
really good.
are eager to hear your orders, Commander.
We're gonna be putting that in at the end of the month.
Our influence with the Resistance factions has motivated them to share some new information on the Chosen.
Let's promote Keegan and then probably put them back into that. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, and I'll whack them back into hunting the Chosen Hunter, and then hopefully we can take them down soon. Yep, Keegan. You're going with Robin. And Mox again. Same team as before.
My kind will do whatever is needed.
I suspect we're not going to complete that one without an ambush. It's been too long without an ambush.
Got an urgent communication coming in for you now, Commander.
You have made considerable progress against the aliens over the past month, Commander. I hope that your ongoing efforts will only lead to further success.
Fine. Okay, we're all fine on this. 7 supplies. Advent troopers will carry more explosives. The Chosen are more likely to appear in combat. Let's reveal this. Oh, we need to deal with this one. Okay. PCS effects are increased. We're having that. Also slot that in there. And we've got 2 wildcard orders. We're not too great on intel, so I might throw that in. And you know what? We're about to pick up the supply drop. Let's grab that.
For the defeat of the Elders.
Let's finish this first, and then we'll go get the supply drop. Nope, not this. Up here. Right, Ferenta. You can be a grenadier. You've got fire in your name. Oop.
Strategic resource located.
Nice! Not now. Gonna grab these.
Avenger
And hopefully get a mission.
course.
Give us a mission, game.
This will prove to have been an important breakthrough.
Will it though? Cool. What we got? Do-do-ba-do. Let's get some more intel. I'm not too fussed about any of these autopsies, to be honest.
Priority, Commander. I'll notify you as soon as the report is.
That might be a mistake, but alright, let's see what we can do with those supplies first. Let's go to the Guerrilla Tactics School. Reaper, that's Specialist. Yeah, you know what, we'll grab that. And let's also start building the Proving Ground. Insufficient power. Really? No, we can't. We might need to research Illyrium to get the power upgrade for that. We'll be able to get down to these exposed power coils soon, so... What do we... Let's go to the black market.
Avenger
Let's see what they've got.
plotting new course.
We have very little intel, but...
Market is open.
Superior scope? Yeah. Cool. And now... Let's get this, I guess.
Avenger plotting new course.
Nothing hugely that's thrilling me out here. And the Illyrium will be good.
Resistance communications facility now operational.
Yeah. I'm going to the armory. Do-do-bum. Resistance comms. We'll just put the gremlin in there. We've got loads of resistant contacts now, which means that's what we're going to be doing. We don't have any engineers left over, do we?
This coil could provide us with some additional power for the Avenger systems, but we'll need to add some shielding first to protect the crew.
I've already been recording for quite a while on this one. But let's start making contact with New Chile. We don't have the intel. Let's get some intel.
For the Western U.S. precinct.
Our soldiers were
Ambush!
ambushed by the forces of the Elders. We must recover and strike back.
Did you think you were just going to sneak
There's
right
the
on
Lost in
by?
here.
Not likely.
Operation Manic Terror. Let's begin that. Luckily, we've got Keegan on here, who is Phantom. And these missions also tend to be... These extraction missions tend to be fairly short. I was somewhat considering splitting the mission up into two, this episode into two. But I think we'll continue, as this probably isn't going to take too long.
You've got no time to waste. Break cover and move to the extraction point on the double.
Usually someone gets... There's reinforcements that come in on the second turn. So what I'm going to do... I'm going to grapple onto this bridge and get into a nice overwatch position. Although Keegan won't be overwatching. Or, they'll be overwatching, but they won't be able to fire because they will be concealed, and I kind of like it that way. Let's get Robin there. And Keegan...
Got it.
Push a little further. Fire on Overwatch. Yep, there it is.
Multiple Greystone, your team is compromised. We're picking up Advent response forces inbound on your position.
Let's move Keegan a bit closer. We might break his concealment if we need to next turn, but I'm hoping not. We have Mox's Whiplash, which will give us free action. Mox has 2 shots, of course, as well.
Looks like hostiles.
And there are only 2 of them. That's not too bad at all. Robin hits. Yeah, Robin... Oh no. Well, we killed one of them anyway.
We take from the Elder stock.
Oh. We might not have a choice about our concealment. Oh no, we are still concealed. There are boxes. Alright, let's move Robin here. And we should be able to take him out. 99%. Not guaranteed. Not just because of that 1% chance of miss, but also we needed to do 7 damage and it was a 6 to 7 shot. 6 to 8 shot, sorry.
Understood. Moving out.
Hey, where's our actual exfil? I think I've lost our exfil. Not there. Oh, there we go. Up this way.
Moving.
Just pick people up. Keegan will go in the lead. Hopefully we can go through some buildings to make this quicker.
It is under my watch.
Yeah, this building here looks grand.
Moving to designated coordinates.
Can we get... Yeah, we can get in here without breaking concealment. Thank you. Already broken windows.
No need to ask
Rush
twice.
people. That was a bit dramatic there, Robin. Yeah, I can just rush people up to this little balcony. Yeah, Lost Swarm can be very close. Right, there's another balcony out here.
Moving on target location.
Yeah, let's get a look-see out here. Still not seeing anything? I am okay with that.
Running!
Covering distance.
You hear that?
Oh, there's an advent. Oh, bugger.
They're onto me. Advent troops here. At least we know where they are.
Well, there goes our concealment. It was nice while it lasted. And a purifier, which is probably going to blow up and attract more Lost. Alright, Keegan. 98% shot on that. I'm glad. Good with that. And they didn't blow up.
One down, thousands to go.
Oh, here's the edge of the map as well. That is a nice thing to have.
Sure thing!
Knowing that one flank is entirely secure. Any dashes in here? Nope. We'll just take out who we can.
Only the best! Running dry!
That's fine, you've got a reload in you.
That's right! Reloaded! Negative! Weapons
Mox, stay at the top of this ladder. Both to stop people climbing up and to get a bit of that height advantage. You really use that height advantage, Mox.
Soon to be out of ammunition.
Let's keep pushing forward while shooting at the people behind us. Mox, you come down there. Keegan.
Right, I'll go.
What are your shot chances? 100%? Yeah.
For the free. I am
You do a regular reload. Oh, I think he still has one more ammo. Whoops. We're not at risk of not clearing up these people immediately. Oh. Why was that 79%?
There you go. Ready to engage. Running dry.
Got it covered!
Good Overwatch.
I got nothing!
Oh.
We've got Advent here!
Of course that car's about to explode. Was I just a regular?
They attempt to flight.
You have 3 health. You're a little baby Advent.
I move.
Not for one of you with such low health in quite some time. Aww.
Source is located. We triumph.
It is clear.
Heading out!
Get the loot next turn.
Oh yeah!
Reload over Overwatch, but might as well Overwatch.
I'm going.
What did we get? Fine.
Item here.
Yeah, that's exactly how I feel.
I go.
Not a problem!
Oh, we're right next to it. That's fine.
Affirmative! Covering now!
Stand ready.
Come get some.
I should have reloaded Mox. But Mox has free reload, and we're pretty much there. Yeah, you show that lamppost who's boss.
Short file to connect.
Right, we can't get there this turn. We will next turn.
Absolutely.
Let's just move everyone up.
As you command.
Don't even really care where. And now we take care of business.
By the numbers. That's how it's done. What did you expect? Weapons running ammo fast. That's right.
Yeah.
It's killing I need ammo.
And Mox, you can take care of that one.
They will fight no more. Reinitializing. My weapon is nearly empty.
Moving to Overwatch.
And we should be out. Let's just check that Keegan... Yeah, Keegan can get out.
Already there.
And we're seeing someone.
I've got eyes on an admin position.
Hello. How was your day going?
On the move.
I must run.
Yeah,
Getting out of here.
I'm sorry, Purifier, but
I'm gone.
we've got some other commitments today, and we're just gonna have to bail on this. Hope you have a nice shopping trip.
All members of Wraith 1 have been successfully evac'd.
Yeah. 113 combined kills. That's pretty good, you know.
Propaganda never looked so pretty.
Aww. You're all so pretty. That was nice. A nice short little mission after so much lore.
Elder's anger at our victory today will fill my warriors with pride.
And we've got a repeater and a conditioning PCS. And more importantly, yes, more importantly, Ferenta's a grenadier. That's not what's more important.
We find nothing but success.
We've got the Chosen Stronghold mission, which we probably won't do next time, but probably the time after that, because I want to trigger the regular order mission before I do one that we initiate.
Our strength against these shows grows just as our knowledge.
Wait a minute. There it is.
We want to take out the
Operation
Chosen
Moon
once and for
King.
all. We should move to strike their stronghold. The Resistance has found our access point. We just have to make use of it.
We might take the Elders by surprise if we switch up our tactics. Maybe we should try something new.
Ooh. We can hunt the Chosen Warlock. That's probably worth doing. And gaining Resistance contact, that's also worth doing. I think I'm going to gain the contact. And for this one... It can be anyone, really. Let's put in... Ooh. Let's put in... Sifric, and I'll give Adel a promotion.
We'll get the job done. Don't worry, Commander.
And aside from that, let's put someone else into the Guerrilla Tactics School. Yang Nui, you can become... Specialist. Alright! That's gonna be it for today. Thanks for sitting through all of that text. If you enjoyed this episode, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're not. Other than that, I hope that you'll have a lovely rest of your day. Goodbye!